Fellas, are you still powdering your balls? You know you don't need to, right? If you want to keep your fellas feeling cool and dry all day and reduce chafing, then you need to get yourself the Crop Preserver. The 24-hour non-powder moisturizer and deodorant was designed for your butt, balls, and body. Boasting active pH control, anti-chafing, quick absorbing, and made in the beautiful US of A. Head over to manscaped.com and get yourself the Crop Preserver. Your balls will thank you.
Scenario, as we touched upon, I'd say last show, was the fact that he's experimenting with a power forward position. And I've seen a lot of articles, or I saw at least one article this week that talked about Hayward getting time at the 4. And I think maybe that was a Celtics blog article. And or at least, I think it was Celtics
I think
blog.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't, it was the network. It was one of the networks, and it posted on Celtics blog. But either way, the idea that Hayward would play the 4, and I think that's what you and I thought would happen the year that Hayward joined the team, that we'd see that small ball lineup with Horford at center, and you would get some Hayward run at the 4. And he had kind of bulked up a little bit, I thought, for that first year with the intent of doing that. But I think the experimentation, or the continued experimentation at a different level with Brown at the 4 with Team USA, is definitely something to keep an eye on. Regardless, one of him and Smart may likely end up on the bench with Hayward and Tatum in that starting lineup. You never know. We also talked about something that was also floated in the same article on Celtics blog, where they might just go crazy. Funny that came up a week after our show, talking about, can you roll out that super small lineup even without Cantor in the starting lineup, or at least maybe even the finishing lineup? And certainly you can. I am expecting the Celtics to get off to a somewhat hot start. That first fifth of the year is one that you almost toss out in terms of performance of the teams. Like, it can be an aberration in many cases, but I think the Celtics ought to be able to take advantage of some of that this year, because they'll be in game shape for certain by the time the season starts and rolls around, and they should be a little crisper in their rotations and just from having all these practice. So I think there's a definite maybe uptick in wins, and maybe it's a cancellation. Maybe it cancels out, the potential losses from giving nights off throughout the year to stay fresh for the postseason. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I think a team that's predominantly young as this team is. I mean, look, you have 4 rookies coming in. You've got, a number of guys still on their rookie contracts. Certainly the majority of the team is on a rookie contract. I bet I haven't done the numbers, but I bet it's probably 10 of the 15. If you probably were to sit back and look at the team and look at who's on there, it'd be interesting to figure that out. Actually, let's just very quickly. Let's see. We've got Gordon, Smart is not, Kemba, Cantor. 4 of the well, you could even go as far as the two-way guys and Taco Fall. But let's say that of the 15, only 4 of the 15 guys are not on a rookie contract. So they're young, they're stupid, and they can. I think they can run a little bit.
You just call them stupid.
Yeah,
So much for
look,
your media pass for the next couple of years.
Whatever.
No, I know what you mean.
But they are.
They're green. They're green.
They're green, and I mean, I think the challenge is trying to get enough repetition, trying to get those young players to play consistently. I think that's going to be the challenge of the 2020 Celtics, is to know that, yeah, you've got Kemba Walker and you've got Marcus Smart, I guess, who's a veteran at this point, and it's Cantor, Tice, but there's the rest of these guys need to find a level as a player. Even guys like Tatum, Brown, those guys need to find their games to a point where there's a consistent level of effort, and you need to do that for 82 games. And if this gets them a jump start, gets them hot, gets them going a little bit earlier, and they're more prepared to play, they can use that confidence to boost themselves. I'd rather have them run out of the second in the playoffs than I would have them be fresh, but still be inexperienced and probably still come up short. I think I'd rather have them come in hot and see what happens.